passenger buses and the passengers inside 2 passenger buses going to Abuja around Kogi State. They have been kidnapped just moments ago. And we are talking about like maybe about 20, 30 or even 40 people, travelers going to Abuja. That is the situation of Nigerians now every day. And they just want people to get used to it by telling them Tifnumbu is working hard to keep them safe. I'm coming back to that. The man that went to the ocean, to Bar Beach, and said and told the spirits at the Bar Beach that Tifnumbu must be president. He actually was naked and he uploaded that. He too is talking about the level of curses that people have been sending his path. There are so much that, but at the same time, they do not believe that the empty-head, demented druggie, certificate forger, Tifnumbu, they still don't believe that he is already sort of, like off. That's why I said, do not buy any of their crocodile tears. I need somebody to help me do some subtitling in the comment section. Can you help me type in short, right? What, apologies of Olaiya while you are watching this video. Can you do that for me, please? Thank you. So yes, listen to Olaiya, one of them, the man that went naked, so that Nigerians could actually experience what they're experiencing. I said he did all of that because Tifnumbu's family helped him by paying for his medical treatment in America when he had the serious medical problems then, right? Health condition then, right? And because of that, that's why he did what he did. But unfortunately, things have been what it is. Don't go anywhere yet. We are still talking about the lamentation, the tears, the curses, the apologies, and all of that. In the diary today, our children will see these faces in years to come. And they will look at all of us and say, wow, so you were that aware. You were that aware, mommy. Daddy, so you are not like, so not saying you are ignorant. Oh, you were really aware of things going on in your 20s. And you didn't do anything until we came of age. Now we are facing the same problem. Ogun go kill you, daddy. Yes, if you don't want your children to actually say that to you, never pretend that you are never aware. Okay? Now, somebody should help me in the comment section. I will appreciate you. As always, right? Olaiya.
Mofi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ojú tó ń wò mí. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni. Mo dẹ̀ wá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Yínká TNT. Bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ dé ipò president. Títorí àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀tì. Revelation wá bá mi. Wípé kí n lọ ṣe báyìí fún wọn ní beach, mo lọ ṣe. Lẹ́yìn tí mo ṣe tán, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èébú, èpè, gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ò fi taratara bínú àbí ṣe bákan sí. Mo ti mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé torí ẹni tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mí láti ipasẹ̀ eré tí mò ń ṣe. Àwọn tó wà dé expect irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó máa bá wọn lójú pé kí ló dé kí ló sún ọ láyà débi irú nǹkan báyìí. Irú nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn èpè àti èébú tó wá ó máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn parties tí wọn kì í ṣe party tí bàbá wa ti jáde wá. Ó dẹ̀ tún máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní ìkùnsínú kan àbí méjì. Gbogbo yín pátá lè right o, kò sẹ́ni tó jẹ̀bi mi. Kò sẹ́ni tó jẹ̀bi mi o, gbogbo yín right. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ńgbà tí bàbá wa wọlé tán, eku wa ń ké bí eku, ẹyẹ ń ké bí ẹyẹ. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ bú mi pátá, ẹ máa wà reduced nínú èébú mi, ẹ tún máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí. ṣùgbọ́n ńgbà tí expectation yín tí ẹ ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ tún pè mí mo tún rí àláàtì káàtẹ̀ gbàgbọ́ pé àláàtì méjì náà ni mò ń rí láti fi iṣẹ́ mi mọ̀ rán láti owó láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọrú yín mo dẹ̀ rán láti èpè lóríṣiríṣi lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan ẹ ò jẹ̀bi o aráàlú ń sunkún aráàlú ń ké òun ló fa gbogbo eléyìí tínú fi ń bí everybody àtàwọn ọmọ nàìjíríà tó wà nílùú òyìnbó they are not happy with the situation with the present situation wọn á fẹ́ bá bàbá wa Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ dádì èmi ò jẹ̀bi ipa tèmi kó nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ wọlé president o èmi ò bínú sí mi ò dẹ̀ regret ipa tí mo kó torí pé ẹ̀yin náà ti ṣe nǹkan fún mi ní nǹkan tó la ẹ̀mí lọ ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan fún yín ní àsìkò yìí inú aráàlú ò dùn wọ́n ń sunkún expectations wọn ò rí látọ̀dọ̀ yín èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń try gan ẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú gan ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ ti yẹ nìyí ẹ̀ ti yẹ nìyí ìtumọ̀ tẹ́ fi jẹ́ ẹ̀ ti yẹ ni pé ní ògùn yóò dádì ẹdìyẹ ńláàgùn ìyẹ́ ara ẹ̀ ní ò jẹ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ fà á tí àgùn tẹ́dìyẹ ńlá yẹn tí wọn ò fi rí níta gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àǹtí yín tí ẹjọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ò jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yín yọ ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ fà á tí wọn ò fi jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yín yọ táwa oní tíátà bá fẹ́ ṣeré a máa ń ṣe nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní audition a máa kó síta a máa lọ sáwọn institutions tí wọ́n ṣe theatre art àbá máa lọ sọ́dún gbogbo a máa kéde síta wípé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ kópa láti inú eré tá a fẹ́ ṣe kó máa bọ̀ ká ṣe audition fún ẹ̀yin fún ara yín mọ̀ra yín nínú political circle tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ̀ra yín ẹ̀ ò ní mú irú Wike kó lọ di Àbújá mú tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe ribiribi mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ tó rántí Sanusi Soludo ex Central Bank governor Sanusi Soludo.
nuisance lélẹ́yìí nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Èrè alátẹnujẹ olófò. Ọláìyá, I know you are going to see my video too. But unfortunately, you know why a lot of them don't respond to me? It's because my program is mostly, all the time is in English. And most of them just feel like, no, just avoid him. Just avoid him. So they don't really like to talk about me or reply or respond to whatever I say. But now that kind of alatenuje that Nigeria has turned Nigerian creative artists. Olaiya was like somebody maybe say when we were younger, these guys were in their 20s, so when they were doing wonders. They were so creative that they shot themselves to the national limelight. Nigeria never protected their heart. Nigeria never protected their craft. They became even like impoverished, useless, that they had to depend on the same criminal politicians that ruined the system that could have protected them enough from such a ridicule. There are many, they die like, they die wretched, most of them. You know what I mean? Like, I've told you this before now, a lot of you who are currently jumping about thinking, say you did okay. Because say you guess, all this hardship we are talking about. You're not really feeling hardship because at least your own head is above water. But what you don't know is that a lot of you are just one single sickness away from poverty. And everything you think you have, you are managing to do. You are using that to do the cover up to say, Nigeria is tough, but we are thanking God. Nigeria, one single sickness like that, you will be boom after 6 months. That's what ruined majority of all these artists. And it is Nigeria. Blame Nigeria. So they depend on the politicians. They depend on thugs, agberos, creative art, people who they create content. Can you even believe that? So it was almost dead, or he's almost died, like Tifnumbu's wife,
now paid for his medical treatments abroad. So he went naked to have Tifnumbu. So that was him there saying, if everything was going on well, that a lot of you who abused him then, that you probably won't be abusing him now if things are going on well. But he believes that things are not going on well because Tifnumbu is a chicken. And as a chicken, I don't even know the nonsense he meant by that anyway. So what he was trying to say is that Tifnumbu should appoint his son, set up a monitoring committee, here you get, that will be going to every Tifnumbu's appointee, and they will be checking what they are doing, if they are following Tifnumbu's ideas and all that nonsense. Tifnumbu no get idea. How daft can you be to even think that Tifnumbu get any idea of anything development? Some of you are still telling yourselves that your poultries are dying. Many of them are going to die. My brother, go and read what the economic projection says. You will know that you are supposed to be worried. You are really, really supposed to be worried, though. But it's okay. You can just try and pretend that it's not that bad. Go poultry, close down. You are watching me right now. You have poultry business, Abi. You will close it down soon. You know what I'm saying? There is no miracle coming. See, go and borrow money. Do you understand that now? If you have any business in Nigeria that is already losing, the ideal thing for you right now is to calculate your entire thing, minimize your losses, and pack up. Go and borrow money, and you will still lose that business. I am not wishing this on you. These are going to be the effect of all the moves of Tifnumbu. If you understand, this evening, you will take over the entire place in that country. But maybe you are Nigerians. Let's look for an excuse that why should we go outside now and start? Do you want them to kill us? Majority of you are going to die quietly. Ebi nira ikuironu, painful death of disappointment. I don't wish it on you. If I have any magic wand to say, yeah, abracadabra, the blue, the blah, blah, something like that, I will do it for free. If you know the danger that you have put all of us in, all of us, even if you are living abroad, you are not safe. Nobody is safe. Everybody go collect. But here is when I think, I should have let you see where he said, I am sorry, I apologize, Daddy Jimmy, and all of that. I'll try and bring that back. I was just pissed off about all he was saying, right? I want to show you the other parts, okay? Here.
National monitoring team. Mama, assign gbogbo sectors pátá ló yẹ pé máa monitor kì í ṣe pé kẹ́kàn believe pé mo ti yan lágbájá kò sí wàhálà mi ò yẹn ti kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀kọ́ tí kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ sà. Fún àpẹẹrẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ palliative ẹ̀yin náà rí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bára yín youth ló lè ṣe kẹ̀mí youth lọ́mọ obìnrin tó kọjá ńlá ìyàwó yẹn jẹ kẹ̀dásẹ̀ bí a fún wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní gbogbo sectors kò sí ìgbà tó ní kí ẹni kéèyàn lọ ṣe títì tẹ́ bá kó yẹn fún wọn kàkà kan ṣe títì wọn máa pàṣẹ ẹ̀ ní pọ̀tẹ́yìn bá ní monitoring team tẹ wí iná wọn tó máa gba bribe o ọgbọ́n tẹ máa fi ṣetán fi rí bribe gbà supervisor wà ń bẹ àbáwọn ghost supervisors àwọn ghost supervisors tí wọn anybody ò ní mọ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn ayọ̀ tí ẹ bá dán gbogbo orí tí mò ń sọ yìí tẹ́ ẹ bá dán wò tí ẹ bá gbégbèsè báwa ṣe ń rí bí a ṣe ń receive alert èpè ni mo mí ni o lóríṣiríṣi àwọn collective èpè tẹ ni èmi ń gbà náà ẹ̀yin náà máa gbà ó torí wípé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àdìyẹ tó ń bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn èyí tó dá wà nú wọn o gbogbo wọn náà kọ́ ni wọ́n bàjẹ́ o but majority of them ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yín yọ. I am not here to mention any names. Majority of them ẹ̀yin náà mọ àwọn tó ń jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yín yọ nínú wọn ẹ dẹ̀ mọ àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ yín yọ. Ẹ gbé politics sílẹ̀ igi tó bá yẹ kó wọnú wò ní kẹjẹ kó wọnú wò igi tí ò bá yẹ kó wọnú wò ẹ yọ kúrò. So nípa bẹ́ẹ̀ èpè táwa ń gbà á lè dínkù bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ báwa bá ṣe ń gba ìpè yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́yìn náà ṣe máa gba dádì. I'm so sorry sir. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń ṣépè èpè kọ́ ló kàn àdúrà ló kàn nítorí pé millions ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ìdìbò fún bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ẹ ò yàtọ̀ sí mi tí mo lọ ṣídìí ilẹ̀ lókun ìyàtọ̀ bẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n ò ṣídìí ilẹ̀ ọ̀ tó kúrò nílé ẹ̀ revolution ló ní kémi lọ́jọ́ ohun tẹ́mi ṣe ìwọ gbé tèmi yẹn tì ọ̀tí wọ́n náà kúrò nílé ẹ̀ o mú káàdì ẹ̀ dání káàdì ìdìbò ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ lọ sí polling booth ó ṣe kí ni o lọ dìbò fún Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àjọ ń gbèpè yẹn ni tí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ò bá ṣe dáadáa so èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mò ń gbà ó lè jẹ́ mi ni wọ́n dojú kọ o yẹn ni Bọ́lá Ahmed náà máa fi mọ̀ pé ibi ńlá ni mo kó nípa báwọn ṣe máa dépò mi ìdè kópa yẹn láti fi gba nǹkan mo wá san ẹ̀san nǹkan táwọn náà ṣe fún mi wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọlọ́run ṣe ní kí n dìde kí n lọ ṣe èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo gbàdúrà fún Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àwọn ìyá arúgbó kan náà gbàdúrà atẹ́gùn èpè yẹn náà ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tí ò bá àṣeyọrí gbogbo ẹ tó dìbò fún pátá lè pè yẹn náà ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tí Bọ́lá Ahmed ò bá ṣàṣeyọrí so èmi àti ẹ lájọ ní ròlù láti ṣe lájọ ní ròlù láti play kí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu kó ṣàṣeyọrí bàbá aráàlú ń sunkún ẹ gbìyànjú ẹ lọ gbìyànjú kẹ́ ẹ mójútó iṣẹ́ yìí dáadáa ẹ má ṣàsùnpara ọmọ yín ò lè ọmọ bíbí inú yín kò lè ní kí orúkọ yín bàjẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ọmọ bíbí inú yín náà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa jẹ́ monitoring team gbogbo iṣẹ́ yín kan máa monitor ẹ̀ ohun tó ń fa ìṣubú àwọn past presidents tá a ti ní òun ni pé kọ́kàn give assignment out kán dẹ̀ gbójú kán máa gbé gbádùn.
He dey smoke Igbo. He dey take Indian. He dey smoke Igbo. He dey take Indian.
Were Olaiya is giving advice. And who told him that Sheyi Tifnumbu, like Bokwari's son, Sheyi Tifnumbu is not, involved in his father's government. Arakota and son, yeah. Sometimes they say education is so important. If you can manage to actually really get, and it's not just about education per se. I mean, not just this kind of education they give to you in that 4 walls of your classrooms in Nigeria, right? Taught self-education. You see all these things that they are brainwashing you with makes you sound so stupid most of the time. Listen to that guy. To him, right? Some monitoring team, some people are not allowing Tifnumbu's job. Which job? What is Tifnumbu's job? What exactly is he really doing that you can say, okay, he's even mentioning Wiri Wiki. Anyway, like I said, I will share with you is where he really apologized, okay? Look at him. It's fake. The apology is fake. He's only trying to remind Tifnumbu that they are cursing them. And there are a lot of curses that he's been receiving. They are like, they are from everywhere. And he just wanted to let Tifnumbu know that as he is receiving all these curses, and other people who supported Tifnumbu are also receiving curses, Tifnumbu should know that he is receiving the curses too, until he does what he said he would do, which he will never do. Watch this.
Ẹ bá look into àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí màá yẹn sọ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. Ó dàbí ẹni pé ẹ̀kọ́ bí ara sí o bàbá. Wọ́n á fi àsìkò ìbẹ̀yìn. Ẹ lọ fọ́ọ̀mù monitoring team. Kò sí nǹkan tó bá tẹ́ bá fi ọmọ bíbí inú yín sí. Ẹ bá look into àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí màá yẹn sọ.
Baba Wiri. Anyway, going forward, there are still more, like I said, but there is a man that seems to come to the level of today's reality. He's somebody who is sort of sounding like, no matter how much you are trying to not believe that this is happening in Nigeria, it is happening. And according to him, he knows too that things are going to what? They are going to even get worse. But he kind of analyzed it in a way that he also added advices. Please listen.
The first thing I want us to understand is that it's not going to get better. so that we'll not keep having these unrealistic expectations. If you look back at our democracy since 1999, we have never had a better government. So go think back 23 years.
It keeps getting worse.
It keeps getting worse. It has never gotten better. So we need to have that reality behind us while we are looking at the future. Because see, life is lived forward but understood backwards. We have never had a better government. So to believe or expect that, oh, this one will be better than the former one, you're going to be setting up yourself for trouble. So that's number one mindset you need to have. It's not going to get better. Even when we look at it prophetically, darkness will cover the earth, gross darkness the people. So it's not going to get better. But we're going to go through what has happened with this new government is that they are making the right decisions. Now, the right decisions they are making is going to make things tougher. But if we are able to weather the storm, there is light at the end of the tunnel. With reference to subsidy, I wish that with reference to subsidy, we have all accepted the 2012 verdict. Because Sanusi was crying. Because they were all crying. They gave us the figures. But this same APC government and many other people were against them. Today now, some people are fighting. This subsidy is a fraud. We all know it has to go. So anyone that is saying they should not remove subsidy, you are not being realistic. Because we are at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. So subsidy must go. The challenge is always, should it go now? What do we need to put in place before it go? All those are stuff we will discuss with time. But that it must go, it has gone. Number two, the floating of the dollar. It's a good decision. But one thing we need to understand is that there's what we call the gestation period for every policy. When a policy is made, it takes between 6 months to 2 years, all other factors being considered, before the benefit of that policy begins to come. So all these ones we think things are tough. It's not tough. We have not started. So don't even disease, you have not started, because we are just less than 2 months in the policy now. So it is when the policy goes through its gestation period. So for the fuel subsidy, for instance, it's going to go higher and higher. Then when all the fuel that people that have given licenses have come in, then it can begin to go down. But don't forget that we don't have any refinery. We have not been able to have one refinery in almost 40 years. Yet an individual did one in less than 4 years. Another one is doing one now that will be ready in another 4 years. It shows that we are not ready. So for you to be expecting that government will do something for you, are fooling yourself. The government is not there to help you. So you have to think of how to help yourself, which is where survival strategy now comes in. So my own advice for individual is to understand that the principles that makes for surviving and thriving in any economy has never changed. There's nothing you're going through today that people have never gone through before. They survived it. If we survive lockdown, we'll survive this one. We just need to face reality. And the reality is twofold. Increase your income or reduce your expenditure. But many times people always think of increasing income alone. Reducing your expenditure is a major aspect of surviving any economy, because the income will not necessarily increase if you don't have value that you are offering that will demand money to flow to you. So if you are earning salary will not increase. They will even most likely sack you. Because if I'm to advise an entrepreneur right now, entrepreneurs should be making the tough decisions. Tough decisions includes letting go of people that you can survive without. Letting go of people so that you can be able to have a lean operation and then be able to survive as a business. So that means you that think that things are tough, that the salary is small, you most likely even lose that small salary, because entrepreneurs will have to make the tough decision. So number one is reducing your expenditure. And I want to deal with the major aspect of life. And please listen to me objectively if you want solution. Everyone needs to understand the majority of what you are spending money on, you don't need to spend money on them. You are spending money on them because somebody has programmed you to think that way. And until we go back and face reality, we're going to remain. So let's go to the major thing. Food, clothing, shelter, academics. Those are the things that take money. So let's break it down. Number one, food. You say 3 square meters. Is 3 a square or a triangle? Who told you you must eat 3 times a day? That's part of the setup. So we have all been breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Where? Who told you that? Who defined it so much? So even when you are not hungry, you are asking for food. You ask yourself, hey, where's my lunch? Are you hungry? Hey, but I've not eaten lunch. Must you eat lunch? So everybody must go sit down as a family and say, okay, in this family, from today, 011, 101, 001, whatever, you must reduce your food. Because you eat to live, you don't live to eat. If you eat once a day, you will not die. You're going to go through a period within 2-3 weeks, you will adjust. You'll be shocked that once a day is okay and you'll be healthy. Once you eat well, that's on the food aspect. On the first thing
nuisance lele.
How many of your uncles talks like that? How many of your uncles, if you can probably look around, just think about now. When they use the word like gestation period, baby steps of pain, labor pain, and then they now said, they now use the words like a coping strategy. Why do you have to eat 3 times a day? Why are you eating rice? Why don't you just eat Gary? Must you eat rice? Why do you want to eat fish? Why not just buy mama? Why do you have to send your children to private school? Why not public school? Why do you have to? Why not that? Gaslighting. Some people said it's gaslighting. It's actually the Gaslighting Pro Max. How many of your uncles talks like that when you complain about Nigeria? Why are you wearing a bone straight? When your life is not straight. Oh, he actually continued, okay? Hang on. I'm going to show you that. It's more annoying, okay? He's advising people how to cope. Gestation period. Whoa, just skinny. Whoa, God damn it, man. See the other part.
On the food aspect. On the issue of clothing, we don't need to talk too much. Most of the time, it's self-esteem issues. People don't even know what you are wearing. There's what we call the 20-40-60 principle. When people are in their 20s and in their 30s, most of the decisions they make is based on what people will say, how people will feel. By the time you get to your 40s and 50s, you don't care what anybody is saying. By the time you become 60, you realize that nobody was even saying anything in the first place. You are the one setting yourself up. How many times have you done a war shoe and nobody saw? That you now told them, you didn't see myself, how you do shoe. Your husband will give you money to go to salon. And you will return and he will not even commend you because he has forgotten. There are many things the man is thinking of. It's not that you went to do hair. So most of the things we are spending money on, all the clothes you have in your wardrobe, your bungalow is in your wardrobe. All the clothes you have in your wardrobe, how many have you won? All through lockdown, what did you do with those clothes? We are bag and shoe to match. Our destiny is not matching our bank account. We are wearing both straight. Our life is not straight.
Amen.
We are wearing 3-piece suit. We don't have three-story building. We need to cut down on all the waste and excesses. Then let's go to shelter. Now you have a wife. Many of us grew up in room and parlor.
You want to stop him?
Husband, wife, and 5 children. We grew up in one room. We grew up in room and parlor. We survived. Cutting was what our parents were using to survive. They didn't have car, they were happy. Now you have cars, you are sad. Now you are in duplex, you are frustrated. Why? Because we have built our appetites over the years based on materialism, what people will think, what people will feel, and we have set ourselves up. You will be amazed that in Lagos today, the illiterates are the landlord, the educated ones are the tenants. All those people we call illiterate that we think they don't have brain, they are the one buying land, building houses. You now, you go and park a 14 million naira car in an 8 million naira rented apartment. You think you are a big boy, you lack understanding. And the tenant will be calling you a guy tenant, landlord will call you a guy tenants. So we need to cut down on houses. Any room you don't need is not your own. Abroad, they do fostering, they rent out room. It's time for us to begin to think, okay, this one now, do I need to move to Ibadan? Do I need to move to Ogun State? Do I need to move to a cheaper place to save my destiny and save my family? Because it's not going to get better. Do I need to move from 3-bedroom to 2 or from a duplex to a flat? Do we need to cut? That is what needs to happen. Then let's go to education.
So Olumide Emmanuel has been giving us some grass bows that we need in the season. And some of us are already reanalyzing.
Emilokan yìí ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ìjọba Emilokan yìí ẹ dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
People that are stealing your forex, your dollars, and ensuring that they expose your country to financial ruins, they turned around and started gaslighting you. Baba, the moment the economy don't they enter canal, a lot of people are already adjusting their lives to it. So his advice is not unique. It's not something special or anything at all. As things begin to enter canal for Nigeria, some people have already moved from the city once the husband lost the job and the wife's business can no longer sustain the family. A lot of people are already moving back to villages. But is that
Is that something that says, oh, since it's not going to get better or whatever, nobody knows when it's going to be better again, just downgrade your lives as they have devalued the naira, devalue your life. That's what he's saying. And people are already doing that. Don't eat 3 square meals. He said, eat healthily, right? Eat 3 times a day. It is for the healthy balance of your meal. But poverty in Nigeria, they go tell you, say, why you dey chop rice? Why? Must you eat rice? Must you eat fish? In this economy, we must all adjust. But if they kidnap you, if now house you go sell, if now whatever you go sell, sure you get you would have to raise a ransom. See the way he was gaslighting the workers. People where they work. You are working now, you got a job. And that job, you realize that my job will pay my rent. Okay. My job will take care of my family to some extent. So I just took this job. And 5 years later, my entire salary could not even pay for my transportation to work. Talk less of paying my rent, the fees of my children, or feed my children, or take care of any of my family members, as I used to do with the same salary 5 years ago. And somebody will come and say, you will need to adjust your life. What did I do wrong? Than to be working, paying my taxes, and some criminals, they mortgage the country, devalue the currency, and here I am. The entire work I've been doing in my life is already ruined. The pay I get from it is devalued. What I buy with it is no longer worth it. And I've not done anything wrong. But an analyst, professor analyst, is telling me it's the reason why I am complaining or I am unable to build my own house. It's because I am driving a car instead of me to be walking. I am living in 3-bedroom house instead of me to be living in a face me and face you flat or house like my own parents. Do you understand that? How many of you watching me right now, when you were growing up, that grew up in the face me I slap you apartment, ever wish that when you grow up, you are going to bring up your own family inside that same arrangement? How many people here? Raise up your hand. Oh, thank God, no one. Because nobody, like everyone who lived that way, I'm not talking to all of you, the middle class, because now all of them, they go do holiday for London, for America, when the rest of us are, we schooled in Odogbolu. And when it is time to go for holiday, I just go to the next street in Odogbolu. That's where I will spend my holiday. Then I come back, I'm like, how was your holiday? Very great. When I go back to school, Odogbolu Grammar School, they say, Baba, how was your holiday? Very, very lovely. What did you do? What do you mean? I rested during the holiday. That's what we did. You never want to raise your own family like that. You wanted something better. You put in the work. You went to school. You got all the training. You looked for the job. You were good at your job. Then the criminals who knows nothing about creating wealth, their policies decided to devalue all that effort. Now you are poor. You are working, but you're still poor. What did you do wrong? Nothing. But a lot of people would like to make you feel like you need to, it's you. We must reduce our consumption. You must stop buying Bone Straight 500,000 naira. Where you won't buy Bone Straight 500,000 naira, be great. I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for any girl, not even just my woman or anything. I'm just saying, 500 grand, go buy it. Do you know that this kind of people that are gaslighting you, that now because you dey buy shoes, you dey buy Bone Straight, you dey buy dress, you dey buy things you don't need, you dey buy this and that, you are the reasons why the Nigerian naira is not, they've gaslighted some of you like that, okay? But they are lying to you. Listen, you are buying those things with what? With your naira. Just the same way you go to the market and buy a tin of Milo with your naira. Even when some of them were brought into Nigeria with dollars. Yeah, with dollars. And when they break it down, they tell you this is the price now. Pay that. You pay that in naira. They are Bone Straight from wherever they are bringing it from. They got that in dollars, right? But when you were buying it, what did you use? You paid them in naira. That means you are helping to strengthen the naira better than those who packaged hundreds of millions, billions of dollars to go and buy cars for themselves. Take some of them to buy properties for themselves. Then they blame you. They say that because you buy foreign rice. Now, because all of you want to shop foreign rice, it is because you always want to shop. No, it's not because of that. It's the Gaslight Pro Max. Trust me. In Ekiti State, the police said they have arrested those that they believe were behind the killings of the two Obas in Ekiti. That should be a good news, right? Including the kidnapping of the school children. But there are some mixed up stories. Although, as it is the Nigerian way, it doesn't really matter anymore. I thank God they are back. The police said they rescued them. Okay? The governor said Tifnumbu rescued them. The family said they paid ransom and they also gave tramadol, tramadol. They gave tramadol. They gave a foodstuff, as well as I think they said they paid 15 million or something like that to get all of them released and their teachers, in order to kind of quickly beat the entire thing, right? Meanwhile, before they were released, Ekiti Amotekun, they came, they said they arrested some Fulani herdsmen. They suspected there were those who know something about the kidnapping. Those children have not been released then, no. So they arrested 6. 2 days later, some vigilantes, they said they were raiding the whole community, the whole forest, and they saw another maybe 4 or 5. They also arrested them. Now, those people were the ones Ekiti police have now presented as the people they believe killed the kings and and kidnapped the school children. But they were not arrested when they were rescuing the girls. Rescuing the children. The ransom, the tramadol, the foodstuff, the kidnappers collected everything. Ekiti government hasn't arrested the people who really killed the kings or kidnapped the children. But they are using one stone to kill the 2 birds because it is timely. Listen to their commissioner or spokesperson from Ekiti.
In the fight against crime and criminalities and in a bid to flush out criminal elements, especially kidnappers, out of Ekiti State, following the killing of 2 traditional rulers in the Kole axis and the abduction of 5 school children, including 3 teachers, on 29th of January 2024. A combined team of the police, Amotekun, local hunters, as well as OPC, embarked on a bush combing operation through Oke, Osun, Ikere, Igbo, Oka, to the thick forest around Iju Ikere boundary. During interrogation, Baboga Alaji admitted he took part in the assassination of the 2 traditional rulers. He is currently giving credible information that could lead to the arrest of other gang members.
So Baboga Alaji. Our people come they argue. Before then, APC, Egbekegbe, at first, when that incident happened, those kings were killed. APC, Egbekegbe, some of these social media bandits and these political cretins, right? They wanted to create a narrative that, oh, there is a traditional crisis in the area. Some people were fighting to become Oba, and they are like, they are fighting against themselves. They are the ones who attacked themselves and killed one. When that didn't fly the first day, everyone was asking them, could you please, since you said you love Yoruba land so much, Tifnumbu has never said anything about this. 2 Obas have been killed, as well as 5 school children plus their teachers who have been kidnapped as well. Where is your rage? Where is your anger? Baba? They now said they even suspect that this could even be IPOB, but both didn't fly. People are wiser these days. Only dumb people will listen to ethnic bigots, ethnic, this tribal jingoist, all these religious fanatics that you will now kind of listen to their manipulation and lies anymore. So people just curse them these days. They don't really fly anymore. But at the end of the day, police said they caught somebody called Baba Alaji or something. They can't argue. Say Fulani is Baba Alaji. Is that a Hausa name? Is that a Yoruba name? They say it's Baba Alaji. Where is Tifnumbu? Where is Tifnumbu? So happy for the family who have their children back. You know what I mean? We're happy to have them back, and we hope they get the better trauma treatment after this, and not just everybody say, yeah, we are happy. And these children were with their kidnappers for over 6 days.
And in 2 hours, in a book, machine, 2 hours.
Do you see what they are subjecting Nigerians to? This is the life of Nigerians every day. And every day you see every victims like that in their numbers. Majority of them don't make it back. I swear, majority don't make it back. They are killed there by their terrorists and they will never be caught. And that could be anyone's family, anyone's nephew, niece, cousins, and all of that, all the place. I'm serious. It could happen to any of us. Any of us. Somebody told us that they would do this to us. And the people who claim to be representing Yoruba in Nigeria, in APC and other places, the traditional rulers, a lot of them told you that you must hate the Igbos for this. I'm bringing this back, okay? To those of you who once caused this man, that same messages that you heard that got you so enraged that you wanted Nigeria to get him killed, I am bringing that back to your screen and point them out, any of these, that you find out as a lie. These were talks, these were warnings of many years back. I'll show you. Mazi, please.
Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fashoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying something about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you in 2014, 2015, 2016.